Hi, my name is Lupe, and today I'm going to talk about where, if I could fly anywhere in the world, where would I go? And that would be Mexico. Mexico is my favorite place in the entire world. I haven't traveled to very many places, um, but I have traveled to Mexico, and the last time I was there was actually about 15, maybe 16 years ago. Um, And I grew up there for the first few years of my life. I left Mexico when I was 4.5. Mexico is very dear to me. I absolutely love Mexico, and I love my roots, and I represent it proudly. From the food to everything about Mexico's culture is so beautiful. Everything about it is great. The food is so good. My favorite dish is, well, I have actually 3 favorite dishes, but I mean everything is good. But my favorite dish is, it's one of the main dishes that many people know about when it comes to Mexican dishes, and it's mole, pozole, and enchiladas. Enchiladas are my favorite dish to eat on a regular summer day. My mom used to make them all the time. No one has seasoning like my mother, or at least like my family. My family's seasoning is perfect. And mole, it's very much like the Indian cuisine dish, butter chicken, except it's not cooked with coconut milk, and it's spicier, and it's less tangy and less sweet and more spicy and salty. You can eat it with rice, you can eat it with tortillas, you can eat it with cheese or not cheese. You can add your own little switch to it. It's one of my favorite dishes. And pozole. Pozole is hominy. It's really good. I love hominy. You can cook it red, you can cook it white, or you can cook it green. It's so good. It's typically a dish that is served though during cold times, or typically during, let's say, for like funerals and wakes. I ate it a lot during sad points in my life, or when something bad happened, but it was a comfort to me. It made me feel better. It made me feel warm during those times. But the food is not the only thing that's great about Mexico. The clothes is unique. Everything is handmade, hand embroidered. The people are hardworking, they're authentic, they are genuine, they are sweet, and they have a strong attitude, and they always stand up for what they believe in. And that is a way that I can describe myself and my family. My mom is one of the hardest working person that I know, and she is the most humble person I know, along with my grandma and my grandpa. And they learned that from Mexico. Everyone in Mexico, at least, everyone that I know that comes from Mexico has such a good heart, but everyone is so hardworking and authentic, and that makes me proud to say that I'm from Mexico. That makes me want to go back. That makes me want to be there. That makes me want to stay. And even though that there's a world that you can explore, Mexico is where I would want to be. When I was in Mexico, when I was growing up, it was when my mom was struggling to stay afloat, and she had to give us away to my grandparents. My grandparents raised us for the first few years of my life. My mom missed out on my first steps, my first words. I didn't say mom to her first. I didn't say dad to my dad first. I said it to my grandparents because they're the ones who raised me. But when I was over there, they made sure that we got the full experience. We went to school over there, and I was a bit of a troublemaker. I'm not going to lie. I did get into quite a bit of trouble. And over there aren't very many laws, or it's not very strict in Mexico, especially 15 years ago. It wasn't very strict. So I did used to get beaten by rulers. I used to have to stand outside in the sun with books on my hand like this, on my knees. So that was discipline. I learned to shut up and pay attention and to listen to what the teacher is saying, because what they have to say is important, because they want to teach us. We learned the hard way, but we learned. That was an experience that you wouldn't get here in the Americas. Not that anyone would want to, but you get what I mean. I went to school over there. I went to work over there. Being that I was only 4.5 years old at the time, we still went to work. My grandma has a small store, and she taught us how to stock the merchandise. She taught us how to take inventory of the merchandise. She taught us how to sell to the customers and we come to a compromise whenever we didn't agree upon prices. She taught us how to be a businessman and a businesswoman, my brother and I, because we both lived over there together. She taught us what it was like to work hard and to earn the money and to earn the things that you wanted. We also we learned how to have fun. You can go to the beach over there and just have such a great time. The beaches were beaches who were angry. We called them angry beaches because the waves were huge. It was dangerous for you to go out there, but it was beautiful. It was so beautiful out there. The fruit was always so sweet, so juicy. Everything was always in season. It rarely ever rained. It was rarely ever cloudy. The sun was always out. And you always had the best agua frescas. Do you know what an agua fresca is? It's a pure water. And it could be watermelon, it could be papaya, it could be lemonade, whatever water it was always so refreshing and so good. And I remember those things so vividly, and it makes me warm, it makes me yellow, it makes me feel good, it warms my heart, and I'm proud to be from there, and you can never get enough of it. And I will always want to go. If I could go anywhere, it would be Mexico, because I'm going there. I went in December and I'm going again this summer, and I'm gonna keep going back, and I will never get enough of it because it's my roots, it's my blood, and it's in me. So if I could fly anywhere in the world, it would be Mexico. Thank you.